and he's stealing it early.
Smart player. Gets away with it sometimes.
Yes, he does.
So the Suns control. It's their defense which has carried them this far in that record 40 and 32. And that man as well, Colin Gillespie, is having a big-time year, especially beyond the arc.
Irrational belief and confidence in himself. You see there with the pull-up three. A former Denver Nuggets player that is highly respected, but he feels comfortable tonight against his former team.
Jokic, high-low, down to Gordon. He is so strong, just would not give up on that.
And the Nuggets, they start several games per season with the high-low look from Jokic to Aaron Gordon to go ahead and establish themselves in terms of dominating the points in the paint.
Gillespie not shy with the mitts at the other end. Murray tries it beyond the arc. No, also Iguodala, second-year man out of Marquette, going to bring it up and control for the Suns. 23 and 14 at home this year. We're really pressing for that sixth spot, the final secure spot in the playoffs, but had that five-game losing streak, which we broke a couple of nights ago here at home. 2 on the shot clock. Gillespie's got a fade and fire. Got another one.
He's capable of scoring and facilitating.
Gordon can make us the issue, and O'Neal picks up.
Confidence, of course, is belief in self, but to be at this level, many of these guys have. But
how many players have you played with in your career that were more successful because of that belief than they maybe should have been or could have been?
I mean, the great ones all have it. They really do. It's what makes them special. But when players like Gillespie also carry it, it's why he was so respected in that Nuggets locker room.
Screaming roll. Booker, Iguodala on the finish. Nice movement offensively for the Suns. Joker leaves it for Brown. Yep, easy lay-in. How many times have we seen that from Jokic?
Watch this Denver Nuggets team play. When they come off that mile-high city, it's like they're running downhill when they're on the road.
Royce O'Neal, deep corner three. He's had 190 of those. Big threat beyond the arc. Gordon, just a strong finish at the other. One-handed. Jalen Green, who had the injury and really lost most of the first half of the year. But right now, being pressed into action offensively, coming through. O'Neal with the corner three.
And that's the part of Jalen Green's game that's going to be really important for him to continue to focus on. He's so dynamic, he can make plays for himself, but also creating for other teammates.
Quick swing of the basketball. Look at the ball movement for Denver. Brown, who's been more productive as of late, missed a lot of time with an ankle injury. Jokic, the easy lane off the glass.
The Nuggets are almost seamless type of offense into just attacking you, whether it's early in the clock or not. They play seamless basketball. Ball doesn't stick as often.
Green in and out, and here comes Denver on the offensive end, where they are the highest scoring team in the NBA, nearly 121 points a game. Cam Johnson gave it up, got it back, kicks it out. Murray, yes. 206-3 of the year. Denver studded 5 of 8 from the floor. Booker, who's yet to be aggressive offensively. Gillespie steps back. Got another one. Red hot to start. The third-year man out of Villanova who was with the Nuggets was a part of that championship team. Although he was injured, the Suns are 5 of 8 to start. Cam Johnson with the miss. Here comes Green.
If you're watching this Phoenix Suns team for the first time.
Oh, Booker was aggressive that time, Dave.
Missed a lot of that for the last 11 seasons.
Yes. Leading scorer at nearly 26 points per game. The Suns' all-time leading scorer. Joker on the move. Had the strip. O'Neal off the leg of Jokic and back to the Suns.
Royce O'Neal has good hands. He's obviously physically outsized in terms of guard Jokic, but was able to get to the basketball before he was able to get it up.
Green kicks it to the corner. Gillespie finds a little space with the bounce. He has been such a big part of this offense, Gillespie, especially without Grayson Allen, missing time because of that knee. Jokic double down low, gets it back. He wanted to call.
Yeah, he just forces the defenders to really make difficult decisions.
Whistle on a foul on the reach from Jokic right after. Well, so you're going to get it from both teams early to set up the evening.
The last time these two teams played.
Yeah, he made a point of saying that.
Yes.
Easy lay-in, nice little movement offensively again for Phoenix. 2-0. This is the third matchup of the season, and Denver's beaten them 4 in a row overall. But, yeah, he made a point of saying, look, our guys got some pride. They didn't just beat us. It wasn't close. Inside out from Jokic. Cam Johnson, the air ball. Strip. 3 on the shot clock. Got to go. Does he realize it? He does not. Shot clock violation.
Phoenix Suns defense.
See what they've done beyond the arc here. Mon Malowacz, the 7'1", 19-year-old rookie out of Duke. Jets come on. Jordan Goodwin also for the Suns. Quick swing. Jalen Green. Nope. Goodwin high into the air. Off the leg of the Nuggets. It'll stay here.
Jordan Goodwin, if he has it going, he'll settle in. He'll get his looks as the game goes on.
He's always really important, obviously. He barely brought it down that time. In and out. Cleared by Jokic, but especially with the changing lineups this year. Brown. Swatted by Malowacz. Taken away up top. Gordon then drew the foul. He'll go to the free throw organization, and they love that man. He's still learning the game. Hasn't played that long from South Sudan. Went to Duke for 1 season. He's only 19 years old.
Good shot mechanics for a guy with his size.
By the way, Aaron Gordon is now 1 for 4 from the line to start this game. Man who missed 41 games because of that hamstring injury and is still on a minutes restriction. Green quickly to the hoop. He beat Tim Hardaway Jr., who just came on the floor.
You see how fast the Nuggets right back into the front court within 3 or 4 seconds of having possession of the basketball.
Booker trying to stay with Gordon, who's awfully physical and tough.
That's why he's been MVP 3 times.
I mean, you get the switch, and then there's no chance. 12 points in the paint already for the Nuggets.
But as players, the game is played differently in the postseason. So then how it's officiated and other things will also follow that trend.
Nice fade away. Booker over Brown from just outside the free throw line. And maybe the bench shorter as well. The rotation different once you get into the playoffs. Brown was way off. Shot it better last couple of weeks, but still 30% from beyond the arc. O'Neal rattles it home. Timeout, Denver.
Of the double team coming and being able to kick it out.
There's a delay of game warning last time, so here come the Suns. Not available for the Nuggets is Peyton Watson. Missed 19 games with a hamstring injury. Did come back and play against Portland Sunday night, but this is the first of a back-to-back for Denver. Got the roll. Good one at the end of the shot clock.
Good patience by the Suns. Devin Booker's being double-teamed whenever he's in pick and roll or ball screen. So they're going to have to continue to trust the ball movement. You see Jordan Goodwin finishing the possession.
Murray off the heel. Good sight for the Suns, having Grayson Allen back on the floor for this final push the last couple of the weeks before the playoffs. Going to let one go over Jokic and got his first one of the night.
Terry, I always feel like and felt like when players that have been out for a while.
Field goals, no turnovers. I mean, that's a coach's dream. If you value the possessions, take care of the basketball, get shots on goal, you give yourself a great chance to win.
Hardaway working on Gillespie, bounce back, and nails it. Baseline jumper. That was pretty work. He's got 9 already. Is this a lineup, a rotation that we might see in the playoffs for Denver? Smaller lineup.
It is, and it's a different look, right? Jonas Valanciunas, a big part of the rotation throughout the regular season, and particularly with the injuries. But this is a group we might see in the postseason going small.
Fleming with the miss for the Suns. Yeah, Valanciunas hasn't played the last 2 games. And talk to Adelman, it's not anything that he has done or has not done. It's just feeling out those rotations. Nice move and nice look. Spencer Jones with the bucket.
Great pass from Jamal Murray in the pick-and-roll situation. And Spencer Jones is smaller than Valanciunas, but he's not a small.
No.
Very versatile defensively and can shoot the ball from the perimeter offensively as well.
Got Allen and Gillespie on with Iguodaro, Fleming, and Jalen Green in a bucket for Gillespie. He's got double figures already. Murray on the move. He's got 6 so far in the game. Going to work on Fleming with 4 on the shot clock. Inside, found a way, can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for the Nuggets, though. Sets up Hardaway in a 3.
Spencer Jones opportunities. One more pass from Bruce Brown to Tim Hardaway Jr. knocks it down.
Hardaway's got 12 in the game already. 10-minute mark of the second quarter, and Green stepping. At this end, though, it's been the offensive glass that has gotten it done for the Nuggets. 8 offensive rebounds, producing 9 points to this point. Murray trying to use his body against Gillespie, who held his ground. Grayson Allen. Brown, I believe, called for the foul trying to defend.
Talking about this dose of Jamal Murray with Jokic off the floor with his feet on.
Talked about all the injuries and then adjusting. Green, nice move. Can't finish. Here comes Johnson. Right now, final 3 weeks of the season really is where David Edelman is trying things out with those rotations, looking ahead to the playoffs, because he's basically at full strength. I know no Peyton Watson, but other than that, players are back.
And that's some of the positives of the long NBA season is coaches and teams get a chance to learn some of those things about themselves in terms of what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah. 4, 5, and 6 really bunched together as Allen said, "You're not going to guard me." He had no other option but to shoot. Kicked ball and stays right here. But it is a long season. I mean,
games that are too many. Is it contributing to maybe lesser performance or injuries, etc.? But we got a great game going tonight. That's the one we're focused on most.
Allen gives it back to Gillespie. Here comes Green. They swing it. Got a few shooters on the floor right now if you're Phoenix. Green on the drive. Somehow, some way. Euro step at the end. Left hand off the glass and in. But it's also learning how to be an NBA player, isn't it? And dealing with that long season, because you're going to have peaks and valleys and injuries.
Yes, it's about learning your body, how to take care of yourself. To me, it does feel more like a high five rule, but the secondary action is a part of the dialogue now.
Right.
And so if they feel like, yes, he blocked the ball, but there was a secondary hit on Murray's hand,
point of emphasis. Yeah.
technically, I get it.
Julian Strawther, third-year man out of Gonzaga, on the floor now for the Nuggets. So it's a 2-point game. And unsuccessful on the challenge. See if that comes into play further in the game. O'Neal coming over is just clipped. Jamari Bouye, the fourth-year player out of San Francisco, on the floor now for the Suns. Who've gone cold beyond the arc, but still really efficient from 2-point range. 5 on the shot clock. And going to get a defensive 3 seconds call.
Side area. Teams basically get into a zone when players have that ball in isolation on the side.
Green didn't want the screen. Rising, challenged at the rim, and a whistle and a foul.
Man, it was like he was still. You think about end-of-game situations which the Suns have struggled with in recent weeks. Having a guy this dynamic next to Devin Booker in some fourth quarters is going to be really important.
Trying to get him to be more efficient at this point is the final piece of that puzzle. But he's been big. Had that hamstring and hip injury first half of the season. Murray fades away, in and out. So it's a 4-point lead. As Green controls, runs right into Strawther and loses it. Brown up and under. Nice lay on the break.
Turnover there by Jalen Green leads to a Denver Nuggets bucket.
Gillespie may have gotten away with a push. Strawther thought so, but in and out anyway. Do the Suns have to turn over the Nuggets in order to win tonight, though?
My answer is yes, Terry. The Nuggets are too efficient offensively. They move the ball too well. They average the most points in the league. If you do not take away possessions from them and force them to turn the ball over, it's hard to win.
Cold shooting continues, though, at this end. Each team only 2 turnovers in the game at this point. And Murray just 2 of 8 from the floor. Bouye trying to create some space. Green floats, fades. No. Here comes Brown. Spins in the lane on Gillespie. Can't buy it. Gets it back. Another offensive rebound. And efficient again. The hard work on the glass.
Give the Nuggets credit. That's where they're finding their offense, even though they aren't shooting the ball well percentage-wise.
That was a long 3 for Gillespie as we are tied up at 41. Brown. Mismatch quickness-wise on Fleming. Another try. Jones couldn't buy it. Green in the lane with strength. And the foul's going to be called on Jamal Murray.
That's Jalen Green. When I saw players backpedaling on defense, that's the time to step on the gas and find a way to get to the front of the basket.
That's when you go. He gets the first one. Back on the floor for the Nuggets. And Green gets the second one as well. Jokic, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in the game already.
And most importantly, Terry, the minutes he was off the floor, 6 minutes-ish, the Nuggets didn't lose contact in this game. They've struggled.
Actually came back?
Yes, they've struggled in the past in the non-Jokic minutes. This team has more depth and more ability to play well without him on the floor.
Green got it. Impressive jumper on the step back in the bounce. At this end, it's just about keeping the Nuggets off the offensive glass. They've got 11 offensive rebounds and keeping that man from dishing out assists, Jokic to Brown. The second part might be harder to do.
Yeah, just a tad.
Green's got another one. But barely came down with it, and Brown had the ball. 2-man game out front. To Brown in the corner over Booker. Got it.
Just Jokic just making it all happen, though. Christian Brown kind of give and go back to Jokic. DHO, a dribble handoff towards.
A moment ago, so Green to the free throw line. As they're over the limit.
Is where his efficiency can go up because he can get himself to the free throw line. And now that the Suns are in the bonus for the last 4 minutes of this quarter, the efficiency goes up when you can get free throw attempts.
Affects the defense and how you can defend. Strother, they get the switch. Jokic, size advantage to say the least over Green. They recognize. So he's in double figures in terms of points and
stats and numbers. He's just playing good basketball.
And Denver out-rebounded Phoenix by 13, including double figures on the offensive glass. And they start the right way with a Gordon dunk. So, Suns got to figure out a way to get some rebounds and continue to score here. Maybe this man just 2 of 4 in the first half. And Booker going to drive on Gordon, and Aaron picks up the foul. That's his first.
Yeah, the Nuggets, that first offensive action, they've started games with that action. Ball goes to Jokic outside the paint or in the high post area, and then Aaron Gordon just blows up into the lane. Paul Pierce used to run that action a lot. Maya Moore in the WNBA, great player. They ran that action for her a lot. As you see Bryce O'Neal knocking down the 3.
You remember as a coach in the W?
Yes.
That happened a lot.
Unfortunately.
So, just to further that rebounding difference, by the way, one more step as they kick it back out. That ball movement again, and it frees up Cam Johnson. They'd love to see Jokic does have that triple-double now. It's 10th to 6th. Iguodala with a little jumper in the lane. Right back at it, though. Johnson at the other end, and an easy one. Suns didn't get back.
Jalen Green tried to get in the way, but Cam Johnson's been in the weight room. Body-to-body contact, finishing through it.
Booker got the 3, wanted the call as well. Not going to get that. They need to get him going. But on the glass, that dominance, Jokic has got 11 rebounds. Phoenix starters have 10. So, I mean, it just, That's where they got it done and turned it around in that second quarter because the Suns were controlling things early. There's a quick steal and the turnover. Both teams 3 for 3 from the floor. 3 for 4 now, the Suns, to open up the second. Off the heel, but an offensive rebound. Another chance. Booker, the kick. Green over Johnson. Got it.
And the offensive rebound going the way of the Suns now. They're chasing down the basketball. First one to the 50-50 ball.
Green's got 17 in the game as Brown operates on Jalen now. Backdoor. Got it from Jokic. Eventually the handle and the bucket and another look from Jokic. Grant, I know you talked to the coaches. What do you got?
Yeah, I spoke to Suns assistant coach Brian Randall. He just said they need to put more pressure on Jokic, especially off the defensive rebound, so he can't just start the transition off those long outlet passes that he does. And also, they just got to clean up the glass. They allowed 13 second chance points in the first half, so they got to do that as well.
So Booker went back to work again. Steal like you're talking about. Up and under. Difficult shot. But the possession.
Good active hands there by the Phoenix Suns defensively, getting them out of transition, even though they couldn't convert.
Green the miss. Jokic another rebound. Johnson on the run, tied up by O'Neal.
Now I just see a lot of basketball. I mean, he fell hard. Devin Booker's aggressiveness is picking up.
Yep.
He's seeing two bodies the whole first half whenever he was involved in pick and roll. So when he has some space in isolation or he gets a matchup he likes, he's just attacking right away.
He's got 12 in the game, 4 of 8 from the floor. But looking to be much more aggressive here to open up the third. Iguodala in and out.
You see in that situation with the two screens, once he got the switch and Cam Johnson goes to him, I like to see Iguodala slip out of there and take Jokic out.
Gillespie matched up with Murray, got the screen, stepped, missed. Here comes Jalen Green. Iguodala, hard screen on Gordon who hit the deck. O'Neal steps back and hits a three.
It's great action. The ball went to Iguodala. A lot of times because he's a non-shooter, the defense helps off him. You can throw the ball to him, and then you can cut and play. Knocks it down in the corner.
So Gordon back to the line. Missed those first 3 of the night, but connecting and 3 team fouls here in the third on Phoenix. So 1 of 2 from the line, and it's a 6-point game. Good look. Booker in and out. Murray on the run. Jokic drops it down low and a bucket. Cam Johnson.
Not let you get your defense set.
And Cam, 9 in the game, all in this third quarter. Gillespie short.
Getting the ball into the paint, and the defense starts to collapse. He has the size and the vision to just take advantage of whatever the coverage is.
And as a teammate, like right here, Gordon knows he makes that move, makes that cut. Joker's going to find him.
And the screening action away from the ball. When Jokic has the ball, the Nuggets do a great job of setting back screens and flare screens. And it's hard to switch with Aaron Gordon because of his size. And they end up getting a lot of those opportunities at the rim. A defender late, ball goes to Gordon. Reverse dunk looked easy for him, not for the rest of us.
O'Neal got another one. So comes back from missing 3 games and really effective from 3-point range tonight. 5 of 8 beyond the arc. But part of that whole equation in trying to defend the Nuggets is the strength of Aaron Gordon, too, on that switch and not being able to. Jokic couldn't get it to go. Loose ball foul. It's going to stay at this end. That's what we're doing here?
I was asked to do a job, Terry.
Okay.
I figured that your words per minute had gotten up a little high. So they just asked you to just carry a few words.
That's the kind of player you were as well. So I get it. Jokic with the bucket. What a night he is having. The other aspect to it, he's only got 1 turnover in the game. There have been games where he's turned it over a lot.
When you pass the ball as much as he does.
Here in the third, already 4 team fouls on Phoenix in the third quarter. Missed all that time first half of the year, but the last 17 games, now make it 18 tonight, he has started and averaged about 20 a game.
And some of that is to be expected, Terry. You missed as much action as he missed, live game action, not getting those reps, not being out there on the floor with his teammates. the inconsistency or inefficiency is going to be there, but he's settling in now.
I thought you were going to say you're going to get up as many shots as you can.
That too.
Okay. Goodwin got hit on the rebound. No call. Here he comes. Leaves it for O'Neal. Flips it up top. On the dot.
I'm behind the scenes at a game to check out how it all goes down. He says he didn't know how much work went into it, and it gave him a whole new appreciation for broadcasters. Also said he recorded a mock broadcast with his friends at recess for practice, and he did a live broadcast in front of his class for the presentation. I'm not going to lie, guys, doing a live broadcast in front of a middle school class sounds scarier than this job.
It might be. Also, we appreciate the appreciation. Hardaway, by the way, just knocked down another one. Quick offense off the bench, that meant. Goodwin trying to answer. Spencer Jones just came back in, hauls in the rebound.
Nuggets came out of that timeout, Terry. Ball goes right to Jokic.
Malawach with the block. Here comes Booker. Operating on Jones. Creates some space with the body. To watch games live, download the app today. 1 of 2. Knocked out of bounds, Denver basketball. So it's a 5-point lead as they come right back at you. Brown didn't even put it on the floor. From guess who? It has been all Denver in the paint tonight. 44-22. They outscored the Phoenix Suns. Another miss. Brown. Corner. Nope. Jones kept it alive, but here comes Goodwin. That matchup with Murray, who got a piece of it, and they're going to call jump. Hardaway. Guarded by Goodwin, got around the screen. Jokic going to back in now. And look for somebody. Malawach on the
open up. You see the scoring by the quarters, so good answer from the Suns in the third. Allen tries to open up this fourth with a 3. Can't do it. Murray to miss, but started to turn over Denver. The defense did in that third quarter.
So key to any success that the Suns hope to have against a team so efficient like the Denver Nuggets. 6 turnovers by the Nuggets in that third quarter. You see Iguodala with the finish. Jordan Goodwin doing a good job seeing Iguodala with the size advantage on Hardaway Jr.
So you got a Denver Nuggets lineup right now without Jokic on the floor. He rests to open up the fourth. And if Phoenix can take advantage, Jokic with a huge night tonight, as most nights are. Allen trying to stay with Murray. Turned it over. Allen got knocked to the deck, and I think it was Jones who knocked him.
Job in the second half of being disruptive defensively.
5th foul on Spencer Jones, the second already here in the fourth on Denver. Goodwin back to Allen as Johnson picks up on him. In the lane, floater back, Grayson Allen.
I'm looking at this lineup for the Suns, and I'm like, oh, no Devin Booker. So where does the offense come from? Grayson Allen's ability to create his own shot, and then Colin Gillespie will be a key here this next couple minutes as well.
Good return to the lineup. 19 in the game for Allen. And Murray got fouled on the way to the hoop. All Murray to the line. He's had a difficult night from the floor offensively. He's just 3 of 11 tonight.
Yeah, some nights it just goes that way, but Jamal Murray's a guy that in the clutch time, he's going to come through for his team, always has. And this game remains close and gets into the clutch.
Oh, he's had a huge year and made the All-Star team for the first time. First time Jokic has had a teammate on there at the All-Star game. And right now, just into double figures, he's got 12. Good move to create space. Gillespie. And the dunk. Phoenix up by 2.
And the offensive rebounding, another area that has really turned. The Nuggets dominating it early. The Suns in the third quarter, and now Iguodala there with the offensive rebounding finish.
Getting more opportunities on the offensive end because of it. Johnson, the first one. Got the second one. And you kind of get the feeling this one's going down the final few moments. They promised us that. They believed it.
These fans hope so, and we do as well.
Allen, left hand. In and out. Strong rebound from Johnson. Pulls up on the run. Way off. Tough shot.
Tough shot, but I kind of like that from Cam Johnson. He's struggled to be assertive throughout the course of the season, and 10 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, that shot won't be the reason why they win or lose, but his aggressive mindset is going to be important.
Backdoor Fleming and the foul on Bruce Brown. Great look from Iguodala.
It's madness. You see college basketball teams playing with more movement, ball movement, player movement, and then guys in the G.
Because of the standings and the Nuggets where they are, that fourth seed, the Suns. So it's 3.5 games separating the Rockets, that sixth spot, from the Suns right now, but certainly haven't given up hope on that. They'd have to go on a run. You would think they'd have to get this one at home to start it.
Be a great help to their cause. They have some really challenging matchups ahead as well. The games against the Lakers, games against the Thunder. Yeah, those lineups could look a little different depending on what date it is in the calendar. Yes. But winning home games is always vital to success.
Murray, the dish down low to Jones, and the lay-in. And we are tied up again at 103.
The non-Jokic minutes, Jamal Murray pick and roll, creating offense for himself or this lineup on the floor with a lot of shooting and floor spacing around Murray.
Inside out, Fleming off the heel. Starts the break for the Nuggets. Inside to Brown. Murray. 1 foot. Fleming clears it. Fleming, who got some great minutes on that road trip and critical ones and critical experience. Tried to finish here.
Spencer Jones is essentially the center. So he goes from a floor stretching kind of shooter, which he has the ability to do if he's next to Jokic. But with this group, he has to be a screener and a roller to the basket and put that pressure on the rim, and Jamal Murray is rewarding him tonight.
Dictates how you play without Jokic on the floor in his role. That was the fourth team foul, by the way, on the Nuggets here in the fourth. So it's 104-103. Phoenix, 40 and 32 overall. That 7th seed. It gets tough from this point on. 6 of their 9 remaining games on the road. Quick first step. Baseline up and under Bruce Brown.
Good explosive move there by Bruce Brown, and just the ability to shoot enough that brings the defense closer.
Iguodala from Grayson Allen on the roll. Oso's got 12 in the game. On the flip side, Denver, 7 of their last 9 games, their 9 remaining games, are at home. Murray, what a shot in the corner over Iguodala.
3 pick and rolls to end up with the matchup with Iguodala, and then Jamal Murray getting into his bag, multiple dribble combo move to get the separation 3.
There's another kick. Going to stay at this end.
Go shoot. The ball's going in.
10 on the shot clock. Fleming in and out. Halfway down. And Denver up by 2 with the ball. Johnson trying to go to work on Gillespie. Good defense that time. Backdoor again. And Murray to the left hand.
And just the Suns getting caught while watching. And Jamal Murray, that's a guy you can't lose and let him get behind your defense.
Just talked about how quiet a night it had been. He's got 17 in the game now. Hesitation. Allen sidesteps left hand. Pretty work off the glass and in for Grayson. And 21 points tonight for Allen. Approaching the 6.5-minute mark. Hardaway. Brown stopped by Iguodala. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Murray fades. pull-up for Allen from way downtown.
He has the range to make that shot, but you can see the fatigue in some of these guys that have been playing this last 3 or 4 minutes. The pace of this game has been continuous up and down.
And the guys who've come back from not playing lately.
Yeah,
Pretty high off the glass. Pretty.
I don't know how one person does all of those things in one game.
There's not enough time to do those things. One thing is scoring 31 points. Tonight, by the way, he's got 18, 14, and 15. Not saying he's going to get the 20, 20, 20, but at some point during the game, you start thinking about it. Hardaway quickly to the hoop. Nope. Stripped away. Gordon wouldn't give up on it. Traveling violation, so he jumped with it. That's the ruling anyway. Back to the other end. It's a 4-point game. Booker, see if he becomes aggressive again offensively.
Oh, he will. It's in isolation. That ball's going up.
Didn't play down, out eventually. How did that stay out? Book can't believe it.
It was really smart coming out of that timeout. Getting Book into the middle of the floor. That's the Dirk Nowitzki spot. Dallas used to put Dirk there a lot. Really difficult to double team from that position.
Gordon operating on O'Neal. Booker again at this end. All-time leading scorer for the Suns. Bounced it down low to Iguodala, who's fouled.
Played by the Nuggets. Iguodala not as great of a free throw shooter from a percentage standpoint.
Christian Brown with the foul, his second, as we remind you, the
Efficiency and rhythm offensively, but also sometimes in the clutch, it's also about being able to get timely stops.
and those numbers prove that too. Locking teams down in the clutch, down the stretch, has been the biggest issue. So the miss at that end, still a 4-point game. Murray. Jokic gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. Jamal goes by. Goodwin floats by and puts it in. So he's quiet for a while, but turning it on.
And still knock it down.
Iguodala, 47% from the line on the year. 0 for 3 tonight, and that's why Aaron Gordon went right down and committed the foul. 0 for 4 tonight.
To fill that out, because Iguodala's impacting this game in a positive way. His offensive rebounding. He's also a really good passer from the high post position or in dribble handoff situations. And so if you can get him off the floor, that's a positive thing.
Green now matched up on Murray. The spin. Got him in the air. Jokic going to let it go. Well beyond the arc. Here comes Jalen. Using his other arm to create space. In and out again. Another one of those at this end. Jokic going to change his mind while in the air. Spread the floor. Nikola kicks it. Gordon rises for 3 and lets everybody know.
My theory of players that miss a considerable amount of time and really making a shift as a shooter. And Aaron Gordon's over the last couple seasons for the Nuggets.
Out 41 games.
Continue to attack the rim because they are in the bonus. So every time they get fouled, they will be on the free throw line. It stops the clock. It allows them to get that feisty, disruptive defense set. So they can't just settle for perimeter shots here.
O'Neal on the reach. Everything centers around this man. Looking for options. And then Gordon using his body. Advantage on Goodwin. Iguodala got the block, put the whistle in the foul.
De-switch.
You get the mismatch and you get that strength of an Aaron Gordon.
And guess what?
Numbers on Aaron Gordon. It was Goodwin who picked up that foul. So the lead is 7. As we are under 3 minutes to go here in Phoenix tonight. This matchup, 2 teams out west. They did it again. And Iguodala will go to the free throw line again. Got the roll this time.
And it's not him.
Yeah.
Was try to put him on the free throw line. And he would find a way to make timely free throws when we needed them to be made.
just threw it away. Nope, tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Denver basketball. Goodwin can't believe the call.
Because I believe that ball was off Murray. It's not even close.
Used the coach's challenge, and it was not successful earlier in the game. Murray, in and out. Suns got to press the issue now. Booker guarded by Brown. Spins, fades off the heel, whistle, and a foul. Call on Christian Brown.
Not giving up the ball too early in that situation and putting himself in position to make a play.
So Booker with the free throw. And another.
So this is a Jokic post up, mid post.
Phoenix to the line again and again in the 15 fourth quarter free throws. Jokic is going to bring it up. Nikolic is backing in. Iguodala wants it back. There we go. Isolated. In the lane. Yeah. Just makes it happen, and you knew that's what was going to happen.
Great recognition and understanding by David Adelman. They've been running that mid-action with the three players involved with Gordon, Murray.
And trying to keep it a one-possession game with this one.
Guess what's coming right here, Terry?
You think? 15 might be involved.
Well, he will be involved. And he's going right back to that same spot. Little screen.
Murray around it. They work their way back to Jokic and around him. Back to him. Booker trying to stay with him. On to reach the foul. That they call. Put it this way. It's one of those you could call all the time.
Yes. You definitely could every time, but it's part of the game.
Lead is 4. Johnson around the screen hits. Both teams over the limit here in the fourth. Booker gets the first to make it everything that's happened. When we are done, got them both. And the lead is 2 for Denver with 1:21. Jokic controls. Taking his time. McCollum backing in the lane. Up, no. Contact on the rebound. Here comes Booker. Chance to tie or take the lead. Under a minute as they're on their feet. Here in Phoenix. Quickly to the hoop. Has tied it up. See how Denver answers. Green trying to stay with Murray. Forces a tough shot, but he made it anyway. Jamal Murray. 21 for Murray in the game.
Now you put a heart rate monitor on him. It's at 52 beats per minute right now. Smooth.
Booker trying to get it back in a hurry. And does after penetration.
He is too.
To Murray. Guarded by Goodwin. There's the switch. Jokic waiting. Sets that screen. Now the roll. Gets it. Free throw on a jumper. Good. Well executed play to take the lead. Had a tough time inbounding it. Throwing it to the backcourt.
Yep.
Here comes Booker. On the move. They double him. O'Neal looking for help. Back to Booker. Pump fake. Rises short. O'Neal the follow. No. Couldn't get it to go. And that'll do it. Denver survives on.